Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a little bit about my last week in games. As always, we'll start with EVE Online, and I've played an average amount of EVE Online, maybe a little bit less than average, but if that's the case, definitely not by much. I did a decent amount of exploration, some good days and some bad days. That's how it usually goes with exploration, to be honest. Sometimes you're very lucky, you find several sites in just a couple of systems, all of them drop stuff and you feel really good, and then on other days you just roam around looking for something that can potentially be good and you find nothing but wormholes, impossible data sites, relic sites and things like that. So I had a bit of a mixed picture there, but overall I still did well, average I would say with my exploration in EVE Online. Of course, I'm now using the Ishtar. I mean, the police skin just looks so good. That is absolutely amazing, and I do love the ship, and it is, I think, the best one to use the tactic that I'm using, which is to use sentry drones for as much damage as possible, and then always primary the loot target and then just use a tractor beam in order to grab it. So that works out very well. Very little manual flying or anything like that to do. You just sit there, your own little drones, your little personal fleet destroys everything and or almost everything, and by the time you're done you definitely have the loot and you can warp out without any trouble. So I'm enjoying that. It is what I enjoy doing most in EVE Online, but of course I'm also doing a little bit of industry. I did a little bit less than the last few weeks when it comes to industry because I am basically oversaturating Jita with my goods. Lots of competition coming in. I think people that have the market corners are now trying to price me out of those markets, especially in munitions. Those are dropping like a rock, so I'm slowing things down a little bit and I'm looking for that alternative, which is of course the Asbel that at the time of the release of this video should be up and running in detail as well. So we'll see if we don't attract too much bad attention, but we'll also try to get a market hub up and running for co-incorporated. I'm really curious to see how that is going to work out. And next to that, for the development of EVE Online, still not a lot of news, but if you go for or to the test server forums, you do see that lots of little things will be released in the next release in February, including, I think lots of people will like that, 2 new bigger fonts to choose from. So that could be very interesting for people that are not running on super big screens or at actually very big resolutions, that they might have better fonts to choose from. I think something that's been asked for a very long time, and it looks like it's coming in the next release. Other than that, yeah, waiting for more news, especially for other live events. Well, that's what they're calling live events. Really curious to see what that's going to be all about. I personally do hope that if they do want miners involved, that they don't put the skill point boosters behind the mining wall, because personally that's not the way I like to run these events. That's the time for me to go away from mining, get into a combat ship and try to earn some of those boosters myself. But we'll see what CCP decides, and that is of course for the upcoming weeks. And then next to EVE Online, I only played one other game. It's the World of Warcraft. There was, well, not really a patch, but basically a new season that started last week in the World of Warcraft. I was a little bit motivated to see what it's all about, to see if I could put some more time in there. And well, I got the Conquest cap in 2 days. Together with Vobo, we did all the PvP content. So you get the random battleground, the epic battleground. We had the brawl there as well. And then just one skirmish, I think, is all we needed. But next to that, there's an awesome way to earn more conquest points, which is the invasions. Now, our first invasion did not go very smoothly because the Alliance has or had a quest to kill 25 Horde players, which earned them a 400 item level piece, which everybody wanted to do. So they had organized raids roaming around the invasion points to keep us from getting those conquest points very easily, but still I think it has all died down a little bit, and now it's a lot easier to just put on war mode, do the invasion that you find, and earn 60, maybe even to 80 conquest points just for that. It means that, well, something that I had a little bit of trouble with in the first season, from time to time earning all these conquest points without going into rated battlegrounds or rated content, felt like it was quite a bit of work. Now there's plenty of of options, and there is that certainty that you know, you don't need to win a battleground or an epic battleground to get all the points you need. You can basically farm a big portion of them just from running the invasions that you encounter. I think those reset like every 16 hours or so, so you should have plenty of options for that, and that's going very well. That is definitely staying on something that I want to do. For the first 10 weeks we'll have 385 pieces, and after that we'll have 400 pieces, so you do keep up with the rest of the content that way, and it's something that I feel is doable, is solo friendly, and that I want to try to manage. Next to that, Vobo wants us to do some low-key mythic dungeons. I said I wanted to do them as well, but now a couple of days in, I'm like, maybe that's not really what I wanted to do. I did join a raid as well, a pickup group for a normal raid. Managed to get through one boss with them, and then we got stuck on King Rastakhan, and they basically gave up. Group fell apart. It's interesting to try to do that. I might join a couple of guild runs if they do normal runs. I don't think I want to get into the even higher tier, because then I need to start grinding my necklace. So it's all about what can I personally manage, and I think, yeah, Conquest Cap Daily Emissaries, that is definitely doable. That is something that I want to do for this season as well. Next to that, perhaps some pickup group normal raids, and then probably LFR when that starts to come out. I think that should be quite doable as well. Might get me another set for a different look, and then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the World of Warcraft, basically I was a little bit motivated this week to put in a bit more effort to try and see if there's other stuff that I want to do in the game, but I have to admit that you know, that motivation is already dropping off very quickly. It's like, why do I want to do that? Sure, it's cool to get Azerite pieces now that have 4 traits rather than 3 traits, but you know that in the next season all of that is getting thrown out yet again, so it's all definitely you know, grinding for nothing, which means that I have to focus on stuff that I enjoy doing myself. And so the Conquest Cap, yep, sure, that's actually pretty cool. I enjoy the world quests, so the invasions is basically another variety of world quests, another kind of world quests, and then some battlegrounds, a little bit of quick PvP. Definitely don't mind that. But then when it comes to mythic dungeon, things like that, it gets a little bit more hardcore. You need to be organized with our people, get on voice comm, things like that. It's basically what I'm not really willing to do at the moment for the World of Warcraft. So I think LFR is basically going to be my extra time in WoW, but I'm also looking forward to some potentially other games. Anthem is coming. Got some mixed information on that one so far, but seems to me like it could be pretty cool to fly around a new world in like an Iron Man suit. So we'll see if I give that a go. I do think that I'll wait for reviews before I actually jump in. But yeah, keeping an eye on other stuff at this point. After just 1 week, I'm already starting to look for other stuff to do next to EVE and the World of Warcraft. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.